Okay, well, this was our review of Citadel, which is streaming on Amazon Prime. I'm so sorry for Jeff Bezos this week. Really, I am. Sunk more money into something that's not going to work. But having said that, let's move on to our next review. And our next review is of this amazingly cute rom-com. And this rom-com is Shekhar Kapur's movie. It's called What's Love Got to Do with It? And this movie releases in theaters on on May 5th. May 5th, next weekend. And we got a pre-screener of the movie and we're going to review it for you. Well, what this movie is really about, there's a lot of layers to this movie, but really this movie is about this Muslim family in London that lives in London, and they have a British neighbor, and the kids grew up together. But the way the Muslim family lives and the ethos and the Pakistani Muslims and how they keep their tradition going on kind of makes the movie a little bit more explanatory in parts, because you got to really explain to the audience why they're doing what they believe in and everything else. So this is the story of Zoe, who's Lily James, and she pitches a documentary about Muslim arranged marriages to her white male bosses. And they like, oh, so what is arranged marriage? Like they laugh at it, and they kind of um, kind of uh, kind of sneer at her. But then she suggests that, why don't we title the documentary "Love Contractually?" And they're like, oh, well, we love the title, so let's go for it. Now this is a sharp, easygoing comedy. The scenes are really neatly packed, and there is satire around. There's a lot of cross-cultural material here, very whitewashed, if I may call it, for the mainstream. And why is it whitewashed? Is because it's for a global audience. By the way, I have to tell you, the screenwriting credit for producer is with Jamima Khan. And let's not call her by any other name. Let's not even remind the audiences about who she is and who her ex-husband is. But this movie is fast. It has things that are going on. There's several plots going on. There's this entire plot of this family where Shabana Azmi's the mother, and I think it's Jeff Mirza plays the father, and they're conservative Muslims, right? But they live in London. So they've tried to bring their children up in that conservative environment. So they tell their children all the time about, as Muslims, we should do this, as Muslims. So it's like they keep reminding their children that even though they're British, they're still Muslim, and they need to kind of go with the flow in terms of culture. So then they take the son. The son is a doctor. His name is Fez, and he's cute as hell, really. I mean, the chemistry between the lead pair doesn't scratch the screen, but Shazad Latif as Kazim is really, really, really cute. So between Zoe and Kazim, they're childhood friends. So Kazim tells Zoe, I'm literally going to go for an arranged marriage myself. So she said, okay, I'm going to shoot the documentary. So she's following them around with her little camera, shooting the documentary about assisted marriages. So then she kind of realizes how different they are, how they think. And how Shazali's character Kazim really listens to his parents, because as a part of that culture, you gotta listen to your elders, and otherwise the family doesn't agree with something. So you got to be a family collective kind of a environment. And of course, the mother, played by Shabana Azmi, is really good at emotionally blackmailing her son into everything that she wants him to do. So really cute ones. And the neighbor, by the way, Zoe's mom is Emma Thompson, and she really has had help from Shabana Azmi's character, his mother, Fez's mother, Kaz's mother, in bringing her daughter. She's a single mom, so bringing her daughter up. So they kind of know all the festivals. They're together most of the time, but yet they're together as neighbors, but yet they're so different from each other. So so then she starts following the family around as they look for girls for their son. So the first stop is this matchmaker called Mo the matchmaker. And I swear to God, I have not I have not found in that entire movie the best character is Mo the matchmaker because he's so funny. He is so superbly funny. I mean, those scenes are crazy funny. Mo the matchmaker's entire history, his the way he arranges for matches, the way he does these meetups of all the people, and where Kez is sitting and talking to another guy. He's like, "Did you pay to talk to another guy?" I mean, he literally goes and shakes the guy up. But it's really nice, and so Zoe's following her friend, and all these little episodes that are happening in his life with the cameras while she's creating the documentary, and she's an award-winning documentary maker. And then the family decides that you're gonna meet this girl. She's in Lahore. We're gonna do a Skype call tonight, and he's like, nobody told me. How can I do this? And they're like, no, you got to do it. So they get the girl and the guy on the Skype call, and that's Sajal Ali, by the way, guys. So Sajal Ali is is the second lead, and so they talk to each other over Skype, and then a few days later, Cass tells Zoe, "I think I'm getting engaged. I got engaged," and he's like, "What?" She's like, "What? How did you get engaged?" He said, "No, I've been talking to her over Skype and FaceTiming and everything. So I like the girl. I think I'm getting engaged." So now they have to go to Lahore for the wedding. And that's where the entire story starts. They go to Lahore for the wedding, and Zoe follows with her camera. And it is funny, it is cute. I thought there were things that were happening which were very, if you're South Asian, you understand why they're happening. But for the very white audience, they had help them understand that, so this is the way the culture works. This is the way this process works. And then when they go to Lahore, Kaz realizes that even though the girl who's studying to be a lawyer, her name is Maimuna, Sajid Ali's character. She's nice and she's cute and she's obedient and she doesn't speak back to the elders, but she doesn't like being bossed. And then he realizes his mother has this other side to her where she's telling Maimuna, "Don't laugh too much. I hope you don't dance. I hope you." I mean, she's crazy conservative. The mom is crazy conservative. And on the other hand, the girl is crazy, but I mean, she's literally high. She pops masala Coca-Cola, it's like alcohol, and she's dancing. She takes to the floor, but luckily all the elders are gone by then. So, but Kes sees it all, but they go ahead and get married. Anyways, the marriage is done, and while the marriage is done, it dawns on Zoe that she's in love with Kes, and it kind of, both of them have this compulsion to talk to each other, but they stop each other from kind of connecting with, and he gets married and she starts dating somebody else. She starts dating a vet. So it's kind of funny from there. So they live their lives and the documentary is complete and she plays the documentary. But in the documentary, she also inserts some interviews of Kez's estranged sister. The sister had married a white guy and the family had cut her off. So she adds those interviews and the family hates her for this. And she just gets into depression with the guys. So she's like, okay, I'm dropping everything, I'm going for a holiday to Turkey. And when that was happening, on the other hand, Kez and Memuna decide they're going to separate because Memuna is in love with somebody else and she was under pressure by her parents to get married to Kez and she couldn't tell him. So all of this happens in the last 10 minutes of the movie, and it cutely brings everything together. But yes, guys, it was a cute little rom-com, but the jokes really land. The jokes really land. Of course, it's Shekhar Kapur's direction. There are times when, it gets a little preachy, but that's because of the white audience, and we have to be patient so that they understand how the culture works. But the scenes in Lahore are really cute. I mean, the way the chemistry is amazing. The jokes really are funny. Emma Thompson is amazing. She's dancing the entire time. What I was really disappointed with was music. I mean, for a movie that's Shekhar Kapoor's, that is made with such love and affection in Karachi, I thought they even have Rahat Fateh Ali Khan as himself in the movie, and he's doing a amazing Sufi number. But the rest of the songs and the music, I was disappointed. Could have been a little more fun. But yeah, on the whole, I actually did like this movie a lot. It releases in theaters in US and Canada on 5th of May. Guys, go watch it. We absolutely enjoyed it. And by the way, Shazad Latif is hot. Well, that's it for our reviews this week. Anything next week is going to be really hectic because a lot of lot of content is dropping, so we'll come back to you next week with more reviews, views. Till then, it's Vanshika, Manushi, and me saying bye. And I think Antara dropped off. She had to go somewhere. But bye, guys. Take care. See you next week.